everybody, attorney Nouvelle Gonzalo here with Gonzalo Law. Offices in Cleveland, Ohio in the Fifth Third Building in downtown Cleveland, and also in Gainesville, Florida at UF Innovate. And on a side note, we'll be going to Manhattan, New York in 2024 and also London, England in 2026. But let's get on with our topic for today. I want to talk about 3 different entity types when it comes to extending your company or opening up and expanding, especially when it comes to doing so abroad or at a distance. But I want to talk about the difference between a branch of a company, opening up a new branch, a subsidiary of the company, or a third independent company in and of itself. So, first, let's talk about a subsidiary. If you create a subsidiary of a company, that means you have a parent company on top and then a subsidiary underneath it. So that subsidiary is part of that parent company, but it is set up as its own independent company. It has its own managers, it has its own directors and leadership and owners. And so although it's separate, it's still underneath the parent company. So for example, you might know Amazon. Amazon owns, as one of its subsidiaries, Whole Foods. So Whole Foods is a subsidiary of Amazon. At the top, Amazon parent company, subsidiary Whole Foods. Now Whole Foods is its own type of company. It's set up and established under state laws. Now, if anything were to happen to that subsidiary and there was enough connection between the parent company and a subsidiary, then you can actually go through what they call pierce the corporate veil, and you can go through and sue the parent. Now, you might say, well, what's the point? Why have a subsidiary at all? What are the advantages of that? What are the benefits? So that's a great question. And the reason that oftentimes they'll have a subsidiary is that you still have a company in which you have some level of control in what it does. You also get the financial benefits because you're able to receive a percentage of the earnings, if you'd like, as the parent company that company is operating underneath. And you can also look at what tax advantages might exist for that company. Next, let's talk about a branch. So a branch is actually, instead of looking at things vertically, parent, subsidiary, a branch is when we're looking at things horizontally. So we are looking at, you have a company and you want to open up another company that's just like it. Let's think about your bank, for example. You may have your bank that you do business with in one side of town and they want to open up another branch. So they open up another location that they work with. Now, the reason this structure is different is because a branch is literally an absolute flow through from the original company. So there's no separate management, there's no separate ownership. You might have some additional managers, but the managers that are owning that one branch are going to still own that next branch in most situations. And so there's a complete flow through and there's direct control over that next location. And this is important because the legal liability is different. If you're suing one branch, there's can be direct exposure to the second one if you have branches that are set up. Next, I want to talk about just an independent company. So you have one company and you decide to set up in another jurisdiction and you want to open up, you can just create a whole separate company and maybe it's affiliated with you, but it's not necessarily a subsidiary underneath the company and it's not a branch. So this is just a little bit of information about that, and it's important to kind of understand those differences because the legal liability is different for each. The tax implications are different for each. And then if you go abroad and you have one of those structures, the legal implications of that in the jurisdiction are different for each. So if you have questions, let us know. We've helped set up subsidiaries of companies in the United Kingdom. We've helped do that in the United States from those coming from abroad. So we'd be happy to help you too. Let us know. You can contact us via social media, via email, phone, online on our website. We have a myriad of ways, and we would love to hear from you. So that's it. We look forward to talking with you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Mwah! Take care.